everyone, and welcome to this series of Being Parents interviews by newmomlife.com. Today we'll be interacting with a lovely bubbly couple, Anu and Avinash. Anu and Avinash are college buddies and got married in 2015 after about 9 years of their friendship period. Both have done MBA from ICFAI Business School and at present exploring the side of work from home culture. Avinash has been into digital marketing for about 10 years now, and Anu has worked as an outdoor media and strategic planner and is now into creative communication design. They are blessed with a 4.5 years old son, Kian. In this session, they share with us their work schedules, how they manage both household and work together, and also recommend the best freelancing platform for newbies. So let's get to interact with Anu and Avinash. So, hi Avinash and Anu, welcome to this series of interviews on Being Parents by newmomlife.com. How are you both doing?
We're doing good, Geetika. How are you?
I am perfectly fine. And how's your son?
He's good. He's good. He's watching his cartoons and all.
Okay, what's his name?
His name is Kian.
Okay, good. Okay, so before beginning with the recording, I would like to mention that I will be recording this particular interview and uploading it on the YouTube channel and the website that we manage. So are you fine with it?
Absolutely.
Yes. Fine, thank you so much. So now I'm beginning with the recording. So the first thing that I would definitely like to ask from you both is that how and when did you both meet each other?
We are batchmates actually from MBA days. We know each other since 2006.
Oh.
And later on, like say after 4-5 years, then we started seeing each other. And eventually got married in 2015.
Oh my God, so that was a long period that you stayed together before your marriage.
Yeah,
right?
it's close to 5 years now we've been married. But yes, we know each other since 2006.
Okay.
It was a long journey from, knowing each other to getting married.
Yeah, I can understand that. So were you in the same college or in different, you were doing in the same stream? Same college and same stream also?
Same stream. Yes.
Oh, great to know that. So how did it all started? Who was the first to take the first step?
Actually, I was in Mumbai. I was working with an advertising agency, and he had some campaign related. He wanted to know something about a campaign. So he pinged me on Facebook. There was a gap for, I think 3-4 years.
More years, because we were not in touch.
Okay.
He suddenly pinged me on Facebook, and that's all it started in 2011.
To another kind of thing.
Wow, that's a cute story. That means so nice to hear from you both. Okay, great. So now, then I would like,
Then I shifted back to Indore.
Okay.
After
After the story began, so we thought when we have to get married, then let's stay in the same city, get to know each other more. And eventually, then yes, parents got involved and things took their own sweet time.
Yes.
But eventually we reached where we were supposed to reach, I guess.
And now you are blessed with a very lovely son, He's 4.5 years old. Great to know. Okay. So as you both are working from home, I would like to ask you both that how and when did you decide to work from home? And who was the first step to take this?
For us, actually, it was a sort of forced decision. We had our office, but I have my mother here. She had fractured her wrist.
Okay.
She used to be all alone in the house, so we thought, we have to move back to home because eventually she would, need some specific care. So till that fracture, she got everything was healed. It was already say close to 4.5 months. So we decided let's move to the work from home mode. That would be much better because you can see your mother, you can take care of your kid.
Yeah.
Although it's a different story that you actually have to put in double the efforts of what you
yes,
would put from your
absolutely,
regular
I
office.
agree. Yes.
So it's kind of more stressful situation, but yes, then you get used to it gradually.
There are some benefits also. Like we see our kid the whole day.
Yes,
in front of our
yes.
But we keep him engaged also. So
you actually
there are benefits
both,
also for working.
You actually both can spend time with your kid, right? If one is busy, the other one may be available.
And even we are spending 24 hours together. So that is another bit. They're seeing each other the whole hours.
So spending, 20, may I ask you a personal question? Like spending 24 hours together is what do you consider it? Is it good or you should be for some time separate?
It depends on from person to person. For us, it's all work, then handling the kids. So it's good. The labor gets divided, and you're at the end of the day, you're more productive than what you would have been, working on things on an individual basis.
Okay, great. So how do you both divide and manage all the tasks, since you have to manage your kid also along, working from home and managing kid? How do you divide all the tasks between both of you?
Actually, it's more, the kid decides what we're going to do throughout the day. Like right now, I don't know whether your mic's picked it up or not. He's still shouting, "Mummy, mummy."
Okay.
He would have called me also onto the picture. But yes, he is a specific schedule. We know at what time he'll wake up.
Mostly he knows that morning time Mama is busy. So morning time he will ask Papa to take him along, or whatever he needs, he'll call him. Because he knows I will be in the kitchen. So that ways it is all automatically all decided by him actually.
There is
night time he knows, like after 9 o'clock Mama is his. Like after 9 he will not leave. So he knows my time schedule and his time schedule. So accordingly he picks up.
Okay, that's good.
Quite frankly, you have to. There's no fixed schedules. You cannot make schedules in these kind of things. Every 15 minutes, half an hour, you have to get up from your desk and tend to what you see, what my mom is saying.
Yes.
We have a dog also.
We have a dog.
Your dog.
You cannot control your dog also. So yes, there's lots of moving parts inside, in this work from home atmosphere.
You have to be very flexible.
It's just all about being flexible, nothing else.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. Okay, so as there will be many people, especially I'll be talking about moms who would be willing to work from home, especially when they are blessed with kids. So what kind of thing you would like to suggest them, like how and when they should start all this working from home culture?
There's no right time to start, I would say. So, when Kian was quite young, when he was I think 2-3 months old, that time I started working.
Okay.
I was working from home only, and I had fixed my time schedule. I used to get up early when he was sleeping. I used to finish my work and then sit on my workstation and do the work. But yes, it all depends on how you manage your schedule. I have my morning schedules are fixed. And accordingly, I get the whole day. I get time to work on my my official work as well as take care of cooking. So my kitchen and all daily chores are done early morning.
Okay,
so that's the best way. I feel that's the best way to manage house and kid.
This is very peculiar to our setup. Because we are into IT, we have this liberty of working from home, working from wherever we feel like, and flexi hours. But if a lady, is occupied in a profession which needs her to move out, I don't think first year after your delivery you can move out anywhere.
Yes.
To be very frank, you just cannot. Because we remember till he turned 2. We would barely get 4 hours of sleep. So you are completely sleep deprived. This is something very new. Being the first kid, you are completely, inexperienced. You don't know what to do when they're crying. You don't know what to do. Only thing you know is your pediatrician's number. You start, calling him. Actually, we had so many queries for our doctors that they literally, her lady doctor, she just used to, kick us out.
Oh my God.
And her exact words were, you type A, MBA types, you'll just Google out things and you'll eat my head. Don't waste my time.
Oh. Because I used to search on Google and she strictly told me, don't search anything.
Don't search anything.
And then, stop applying your brains. Because sometimes, we overreact to things.
Yes.
You tend to overreact because, personally, I believe that a working lady would not be able to do anything, at least for 1 year after her delivery. Because the levels of stress would definitely be something which that particular couple or specifically lady would not have experienced.
Yes, so you have to give yourself some time before after the delivery to take care of your health, to take care of your kids' health, right? Then after some time you can try and manage things and let the things work out for you. Okay, good to know that. Okay, so next I would like to ask you that any kind of freelancing platform you would like to recommend?
Definitely Upwork and only Upwork. If you want to do freelancing, then Upwork offers you a very, authentic job profiles. Payments are clear, everything is good. And apart from that, I would recommend looking for, work on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is like my second preferred choice, whether you're a male, female, whether you're working in IT or any other profession. If you want to do freelancing, working from home, these are the two platforms that I would personally recommend to find authentic work, genuine clients.
Okay, great. Okay, so what's your take on life before the kid and after the kid? I mean, what kind of things you have started with, or what kind of things? Yeah, but what kind of things you were doing previously that you have stopped after your kid, or what things you have started with, new things you have started with?
I'll tell you. See, Jeffrey's again banging the door. So this is one thing, you can see live the changes that happen. Can you sit down? Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say something.
Hello.
There's your balloon blower.
What is it saying?
So this is
balloon blower. He wants
his balloon blower. He wants to blow his balloon.
Okay.
This is a small example, a live example of how your life changes before having a kid and after. Before having a kid, you're like completely focused on your work, your personal life. You have time to go out. It would be very hard to believe that we have not seen a single movie in a multiplex since his birth.
And I have not seen a movie even at home without any disturbance.
Without any disturbance.
Like I have seen movie in parts. Like half an hour I've seen, then I have to go within 15 minutes, like that. Like I have not enjoyed a movie after his birth.
Drastically, to be very frank, life before having a kid and after is completely different.
You cannot schedule anything.
You cannot pre-plan anything. And there are no guarantees. I mean, especially for leisure time, unless he's big enough to go to a regular school. Then only the things would change drastically. Otherwise, and again, it depends from parents to parents. I've got my friends, they leave their kids in daycare and all. We don't do that. I mean, it's a personal choice. I would rather, spend time and supervise my kid in front of my eyes rather than putting him in some place which I don't know. So that's the difference. Again, it's an individual life choice.
Yeah, decisions. Yeah.
Very particular to us.
And sleep is the main thing which I feel. Before kid, you get peaceful sleep, and after kid, for mothers, it is like even when I'm sleeping, a small noise or something, I just
would wake you up.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Maybe it's my individual thing. I don't know.
No, it happens with all the mothers.
I don't get that peaceful sleep.
So how many hours of sound sleep you managed to get at a stretch?
I think
2 hours?
5 hours.
At least 2 hours?
For me, 4 hours.
It's like 3-4 hours.
After he turned 3 years old, after he turned 3 years old, I started sleeping properly. But before that, it was a nightmare for me.
Okay. So what kind of things you have learned from your son? Any life lessons he has taught you?
Yes, first thing that your sleep pattern, your physical limitation, it's all in your mind.
I agree. Yes.
It's all in your mind. You can actually stretch yourself to unprecedented limits. First thing is that. Second thing is, yes, what I've learned from him, he's got a very peculiar trait. He will try very hard to get something. If he doesn't get it, he will sob over it just for 1 minute and get over to the next thing. Okay. So this is a trait which I really admire in him, because that's the only thing which I personally feel will move you ahead in life. Winning is not everything. You have to give your best shot. If that works out, fine. If it doesn't, move on to another thing.
Yeah, change to something else. Yes.
So these are the two things which actually I have learned. And he's a very happy-go-lucky extrovert type of guy. So I mean, that's how I am. So I don't think there's any difference in that. But yes, the best part is that you just give your best shot and forget about the rest. That's what I have learned from him till now.
Okay, great. So any 5 tips you would like to give for working from home with a kid? Any tips you would like to give?
Have your own setup, like a small office setup in the home. That really helps. And you have to tell your kid that, we are sitting here, now we are going to work. And so for some time, don't disturb. And if it is very urgent, then come to us. That's what we have told him. So that having this office space in house really helps.
That would really help you. Then stock up your stuff well in advance, because what happens is when we started working from home, I have just, it's a pattern. Since you're at home, you're supposed to, get the other domestic things done. Small things like getting groceries. Somebody is, at the door, call bell, doodh wala bhaiya, electricity wala bhaiya, this and that. So, planning these things way ahead would definitely save you lots of time.
Absolutely.
And the biggest problem that I face and still face is, your span of focus is very narrow when you're working from home because of these disturbances. So it would be better that you have a secluded place, which is, soundproof to a certain extent, and just let people know that you're working from here and you need not be disturbed from this particular, duration to this particular time. So that would help to a greater extent.
Or maybe pick up a time slot.
Time slots it's the same thing.
Or late night or early morning.
You have to manage things likewise. Like if there's a peak hour that I have to, give my time to the family also. You have to either start early or finish late. So that's not an option. Another tip, one big tip I would like to give everyone who's working from home, don't forget your exercise schedule.
Don't forget your?
Exercise schedule. You should do some kind of physical activity every day. I paid a price for it. 2019, I had to undergo and get my gallbladder removed. It was just because of, eating, sitting, sedentary lifestyle. So that is something that you must do. Drink lots of water. When we are working at home, that's something which we completely ignore.
Yes.
Finish your at least 8 to 10,000 steps. Have a reminder and start moving every 1 hour.
Yes. I agree.
Already move, but within the house will not be enough. You have to go outside, walk regularly, like 30 minutes at least.
You have to have a workout regime, fitness regime, completely chalked out for you, because otherwise you would definitely pay a very heavy price for that someday. And it's not worth it, to be very frank. It's not worth it, because just you're sitting at home, you can stretch yourself, doesn't mean that you don't go out. Apart from your regular exercise, yes, take 2 days or a day out where you go out for, a long drive or somewhere completely out of the city. Because last year, I understand there was a COVID-19 issue, lockdown was there, every one of us was inside home. But we were living that lockdown life way before that happened, actually.
2016 onwards, we are
2016. So,
working from home.
And at times, what happens, at a stretch 6-7 months, you're not going anywhere out. You move to your next square and things look, very alien to you. There's so much things have been.
Yes.
So you have to go out. You have to get a mental detox done. Because working from home has got its own con. At times, you really feel frustrated and depressed.
Yes.
The only way to, beat that part of your life is you just have to move and
I think it gets more difficult even at times in comparison to working outside. Work from home is sometimes appears to be more difficult, and especially when you have to work with your kid around. That's a really difficult thing that you both manage so well.
It's a total chaos. I mean, what I say is if somebody has just entered into work from home space, you start meditating or doing something like that, you just have to develop your patience. You have to work gently with everything around you, and it will take time to seep in and your schedules and everything. You can pre-plan it, but you gotta stick to it. So you should be flexible enough mentally to move around things and adjust.
I agree.
So these are the basic tips that I would like other people to follow if they are trying to enter into work from home
culture. Yes. All right. Okay. So I think that's all from our side, and thank you so much for answering all our questions so beautifully and taking your time out, accepting this invitation, coming online at this particular time of the night. It's not an easy task. I understand that. So thank you so much for that. Pardon? I didn't get you.
This is called flexibility.
Yeah, this is called
when you're working.
Right. Yes. So thank you so much for that. So
thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. So shall we sign off now?
Okay, good night.
Okay, bye-bye. Good night.
Yeah.